for messing up the recording. So it's recording. So good morning. Welcome to Thursday. Thursday? Pretty sure it's Thursday. Take a breath in and just sigh it out. And if you're still setting yourself up, then as soon as you're set up, yes, you see, I can see this. It's because it's a tiny little picture on the thing. Doesn't mean I can't see you. So just taking a breath in, sighing it out. And just allowing yourself to be. And taking a moment now to see about setting an intention for yourself for today's practice, for this morning's practice. Is there anything that comes to mind? We're in our third, we're nearly finished our fourth week of this kind of quiet time. Let's phrase it like that. Inward looking time. Maybe for some people nervous, or for some people coming home. So we're kind of reaching a deeper level. If you were on holidays, after 2 weeks you'd be back again. So here you really, in the beginning it's very kind of frazzled and no one knows what's going on. And now we're in a routine, a completely different routine and a temporary routine, but probably in some version of a routine. And hopefully this yoga has been helping you create that routine so you have somewhere to settle, somewhere to feel safe in. And things will start coming up. Memories might start coming up. Maybe you're remembering boyfriends from, 60 years ago. None of you are old enough to have boyfriends 60 years ago, but, or little things that are just kind of bubbling to the surface. So a bit like in meditation. In meditation, we sit and all the today stuff is and then it settles down. And then something just kind of bubbles up to the surface. And so we get these insight moments, or we have these memories from wherever, or so similarly, that's kind of what's gone on in our life. So notice, just be with yourself and be with whatever comes up. And that's where we're practicing with this business of opposites, so that we can be with whatever comes up without being caught in it, without being hooked in it, without being at the effect of it, so we can just allow the visitors visit. So with all that in mind, just taking a moment to settle and see what comes up. So what intention comes up for you today? It could be to find joy. It could be to move more. Maybe kindness. And just allowing that intention, whatever that intention is, to come in, land in your body. Let it land through your entire body by taking a breath into your belly. Abdominal breathing is a fantastic way of letting things land. And see, as we move into standing, can you bring this intention with you? So taking another breath in and sighing that out as you're ready now to start to change your orientation, change your experience of your body, and bringing with you that intention. And so coming to standing, some of you may have been out for your run already, or your walk, or, done whatever. Some of us may just be rolled out of bed. And so see, what is it that you need? What does your body need? Releasing, wriggling. Do you want to go fast? Do you want to go slow? You want to come into one shoulder, into the other. Don't forget hips, feet, knees, hands. I pour out hands, particularly if you're working from home on technology, like as if the way are you working from home? Into fingers, wrists. And my challenge for you today, after you come off the call, if you are working from home, is to see if you can improve your work physical situation. So whatever props you have, whatever way you're sitting, see if you can make an adjustment so that it's gentler on your body. But for now, let's see if we can find release in this body. And whenever you're ready, have a little bounce, and then come in to still. From still, Taking a breath in, expanding almost into that prop position. On an exhale, releasing down, passing through that teenager position into a little curl. Just a little one to start with, or a big one if that's what your body wants. Inhaling, reaching up a little bit. Exhaling, curling down. So see how you're moving, you're unwinding all of these curves in your spine, your knees, your ankles. Releasing up, reaching for the stars. Exhaling, coming on down. Coming a little bit more this time. Next time we go up, maybe including a back arch. Onto your toes even. Reaching for the stars, opening your shoulders, letting your neck release if that's comfortable for your head. And coming on back down. Remembering that if you want to put a bite to it, stay in your toes. If you want to stay grounded, come onto your heels. Choose what makes sense for you today. Coming to flat back. From flat back, through a little baby squat, we're going back up and starting again. Releasing up and back to prayer. Next time we do it, we're going to go into our lunge. So, settle yourself down. Taking a breath in. On an exhale, rolling forward so that on an inhale, reaching for the stars. On an exhale, rolling a bit more. Roll at your pace, in your time, in your body. Inhaling. Including your back arch, if that's for you today. Remember, not belly pop. Exhaling, coming down, this time to flat back. Coming through. Is it becoming a flow? Exhaling down to your squat. From your squat, hands on the ground, and we're stepping back with the right leg. As that squat become easier. Hinging forward and back. If you're not used to coming to my classes, then a squat was probably not available to you at the beginning of this lockdown. So hinging forward and back, easing your way. And then today, let's change it up a little bit. So we stay down and come to center. Aha. Notice what happens when you get thrown off the routine we know. From this wide-legged forward bend, releasing yourself down, hinging down, maybe have a little walk to one side with your hands, walk to the other side with your hands, releasing down a little bit more. The next thing we do is we're going to reverse it, so we're going the other way, so we've got lunges on the other side, so keep that circle going round. So now your left leg is in front, right leg is behind. You're probably not looking at the screen because you're now looking at the exact opposite way. That's a bit peculiar. To be looking behind yourself. We normally have a front and a back, but what makes this the back and makes the other the front? Releasing and easing in. And then when you're ready, let's go back the way we came. So back to wide-legged forward bend. Back to be facing the screen, and so the right leg is to the front. And from here, pushing through the back foot, bringing the 2 feet together, you're in full forward bend. Coming up through a little kind of chair, reaching for the sky, and back to prayer. Let your breath settle. Whenever you're ready, taking a breath in, finding length, power from your pelvic floor through to the top of your head, so that when you exhale, releasing, curling from the head to the pelvic floor. Inhaling, reaching for the stars. This time we're going into plank. Exhaling, coming down a little bit more. Inhaling, reaching, including your back arch. Exhaling, releasing down. This time we're coming to flat back. From flat back into squat, hand on the ground so you can step or jump back into your plank pose. How is your plank today? And some days it's not for you. So you may be the strongest plank person in the world. And some days it's not going to be for you. Check out your shoulders. Check out your pelvic floor. Abs, are they working? Have a little roll forward and back if you really fancy doing something a bit mad. And then, thank God, knees. Oh, thanks, Laura. Untuck your toes, releasing your belly, chest, chin, shoulders back, head, neck long. So when you come to cobra, it's like that snake charmer. You're coming out of the basket, head first, actual cobra. Not many of you old enough to know what that reference is about. Releasing down, nose to the ground, and then use your upper body strength, use your core strength. Back through, what's it called? Here. Into dog. And like, I'm home. The first dog of the day. Remember a few weeks ago when you started doing this? How is your dog now in comparison to them? How is your dog this morning, this first one, as in comparison to the next one that you do? So dog is fantastic. The whole back body gets to release. Walking your dog. Don't go more than 1 kilometer away from me. Then whenever you're ready, bending both knees. See, you get the ski slope thing doing. So what's that about? Taking your foot back. And from there, releasing into the legs. Maybe letting the feet go towards the ground if that's where you're at. When you're ready, look between your hands, stepping with your right, meeting with your left, and bend your knees to come on up. Like every good manual handling course you've ever done. Reaching from the sky and back to prayer. Let your breath settle and then continue. Inhaling personal power. This time, see if you can just even ignore my voice. Exhaling, releasing down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, coming up to back arch. Exhaling, coming back down to flat back. Inhaling, coming to squat, back into plank. From plank, lay your body down. Releasing the shoulders for an inhale into cobra. And exhale, back into dog. If you take 2 breaths, take 2 breaths. If you take 4 breaths to get there, take 4 breaths to get there, but move on your breath. In dog this time, yogi's choice. Stillness or movement. What is your body ready for? Length. Release. So whether you're on the couch watching Netflix or on your bed trying to work on your laptop, find release through your body now. When you're ready, stepping with the left, meeting with the right. Coming down to come up. Last chance to go on your toes this morning. And back to prayer. Let your breath settle. From here, coming on to your back. So yogi's choice, how you get in there. I'm still working on my squat. Roll down. How you get here is not as important as the ease of getting here. So developing ease. Have a little roll, have a little rock, a little happy baby, little. And then coming to bridge. So feet will become flat on the ground. Feet flat on the ground. And let's just first do a little pelvis tilt and flatten. So without letting your butt off the ground, Using the power of your feet through your legs just to flatten the arch. Releasing the connection of the feet to the ground while you create an overextended arch in your back. So tilting, arching and flattening, this is called. If you have any back pain going on, any kind of tension, tightness, tiredness in your back, this can be really nice, just doing this. So choose for yourself. Are you going to stay here today, or do you want to move a little bit more? Remembering moving more is not necessarily what your body needs. If you want to move a little bit more, you're pushing into the feet to bring yourself up. And then decide for you, is it moving bridge you want? Or do you want to stay there? Listen to your body. You don't need to know in your head, it's your body that'll know. If you're staying, maybe you can, pushing into the feet will let you come higher. Pushing into the feet, let you come higher. It's your body that's telling you, so don't be listening to me, don't be listening to your head, listen to your body. And then see, we all roll down together from wherever we are, vertebra by vertebra. Can you kind of take your spine at this? It's only 30 years it's taken me to be able to do this, so if this doesn't feel vertebra by vertebra for me, just stick with it. You have a long time left to go. Releasing down. When you get to the arch of your back, your butt on the ground, hugging your knees into your chest. Maybe taking your head to your knees. And from here, you're coming to a twist. You can come to your favorite twist. It could be just both knees together coming to one side. Or if you want something a little bit stronger, release your right leg out straight and allow your left leg come across. You can take your right hand onto your left leg. Right arm is out to the opposite side and you're turning to look to the right. This is much stronger, so only do it if it feels nice on your body. Also notice the cumulative effect of playing in this space every day. This is not a pose you may be able to achieve even in a 90-minute class, whereas building up day by day as you warm up your body, you're finding this space. Releasing back to center, taking a moment in center to balance yourself before you go the other side. Whichever option you're taking. If you find your shoulder is coming off the ground, have that play. The knee doesn't have to come to the ground. So somewhere between the shoulder being on the ground and the knee going to where it is. And again, hands on the knee can be a nice support. Finding your breath. Unwinding. And if this pose is difficult for you today, then maybe find other opportunities during the day to unwind. In your own time, rolling back onto your flat back, taking both knees together. Having a little rock and roll, maybe taking your head to your knees. Don't skip this point. It's a metric way to finish the class, the movement part. And then, whatever way suits your body, rolling up to come to seated. And take your time becoming settled. Find your comfort. Pause. Take a breath. Then find your comfort again. Don't settle. Allowing your breath come. Releasing shoulders. Finding a position that you like for your palms, your hands. Allowing your attention go inward. So if at the end of this you go, I have no idea what Laura was saying, that's a really good sign. Let your attention go inward. Finding your breath, following your breath. Bring your breath deep into your belly. Abdominal breathing. Filling your belly. If there's only going to be one thing for you to bring home out of this yoga, out of any yoga, it would be abdominal breathing. Allowing that belly fill, that breath fill. And then bring your attention to your inner resource, to that sense of wellness, of safety. So remembering that that can be an imaginary place, an imaginary time. It could be a memory. It could be a memory of when you were a little kid, and you were sitting on your dad's knee or something. Whatever feels good for you, using your imagination, your memory to really bring this into your body. Remembering the sounds, the smells, the sensations. Could be walking on a beach. And then letting the images go and just being with that felt sense in your body. Your inner resource. As we track over and back to this place, it becomes easier. We're creating a highway to this place of stillness that is deep within you, that is always within you, that some might say is you. And then let that go. And notice what is present now. Notice, is it possible to simply notice what is present? Be with it, or are you looking to change it, fix it, have a story about it? And if, or should I say when, you find yourself in story, is it possible just to notice, oh, there I am in story about that? Have a little giggle at yourself and then let it go. If you find it difficult simply to let go, the trick is to go back to your breath. Your breath is always present, anchoring you. And in this playground of opposites, I'm inviting you to play with me this morning. If you're already in stillness, just completely ignore me. You don't have to play this game. But if you want to play, we're going to play with opposites from the point of view of thoughts. So I invite you to notice a thought, a belief that comes up for you. That you're a fantastic singer, that you're no good at singing, that it was your fault that you had a fight with whoever yesterday. Anything, any belief, any thought that comes up for you right now. So whatever is present. And if nothing is present, just sit with that. And see if you can notice what happens in your body when you have that memory, that thought. Notice the physical effect of that thought on you. Notice if you go off into story about that thought. Are you justifying it? Are you talking to yourself about it? And now I invite you to find its opposite. What in God's name is she talking about? Find its opposite. So if it was, for example, I'm a fantastic singer because I did a great song at the Christmas party. Its opposite might be, oh, there was that time when I was rubbish, when I totally messed up a song, for example. The other stuff's a little bit harder. I'm such a cow. I was so mean to my husband when I took the head off him yesterday. The opposite is, I'm so kind to my husband. And here's an example of when I was kind to him. Find the opposite. Sit with how it feels. Really make that memory or that imagination of the opposite be real. Be as real as the first one. Stay with it till you can feel it in your body. And if that's not possible now, just keep it, hold it lightly as a possibility. And now I invite you to switch, moving from one belief to its opposite and back again. Like you're juggling balls. Hold one, the other's in the air. Switch. Switch. And then see, is it possible to hold both, to catch both balls at the same time, to hold both beliefs? Is it possible that I was a cow to my husband yesterday, and there is a little bit of and is it possible that I was also kind to him yesterday, and there is a little bit of joy? Opposites at the same time. And then just let it all go, knowing that you can come back to play this game anytime. Return now to your breath, to your inner resource. Be with that. Finding your breath in your body. Noticing your breath. Bringing your attention to your heart, your center. That place of stillness, that place of wisdom. And allowing it fill with joy. Like a jug that's filling so full of joy that this joy just spills out of it and moves through your entire body. So if we're on the red wine on the white tablecloth, this beautiful crystal jug filling, this heart-shaped crystal jug filling so full of red wine, so full of joy that just spills over and then encompasses your entire body. Remembering that you can change any of my words to another. Words of joy is not your word for the day. Whatever your intention is for today, allow that fill the jug, spilling through, out, all over, coming through your entire torso, through your arms, your legs, top of your head. And knowing that then this is you today, so as you move around the world today, you're allowing, you're spilling joy. Or whatever your intention is. Everyone you touch gets a little bit of joy instead of coronavirus. Every surface you touch. Every person you touch with your words. gets that little bit of joy added to their day. And so from this place of joy, or your intention, I invite you once more to come back to your breath. Take a deeper breath in and sigh it out so as to seal this practice, to seal this release of your intention through your entire body, through your entire day. And then just taking your hands together for a moment. Bowing to honor the practice. And then have a little wriggle and a little wiggle. See how you are. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Any gentlemen. But I might have gentlemen on the replay.